tell, the drive's just a beauty. Just little remnants of snow and some mud and an insane amount of potholes. But super stoked to have the weather change on us. Tell it's sunny today. It's supposed to be. So again, we'll get those solar panels out. We'll be cooking. Get a little frame into the bathroom, and we got a whole bunch more stuff to float in. Should be a pretty chill day to do so. Oh, god dang, was that fun? Yeah, right now I'm not feeling like bringing in a bunch of camp wood is the best use of time and energy. But shit, I'll tell you what, when all I have to do is crack a beer to have that fire, next time I will be patting myself on the back. Whew. So here's the kit. We got a full box of just essentials to stay there, especially when the family starts staying with me and stuff. It'll just make life easy, comfortable, and almost nothing on the kayak. And the sun, just thinking about it, popping out. So it's just beautiful, and blue skies for a little bit. I'll get that solar panel out, be able to charge up my battery a little bit. We'll do some framing. Yeah, psyched. Pretty sure I'm just gonna throw this wood up on the edge of the river, and I'll see you in summer, buddy. I'm done hauling wood. As always, excuse the mess. Give this the moment of truth. No way. That might just work. Well, it seems a 2-foot pocket door frame from here, which is on a stud, to here, which is this back wall, is longer than 4 feet to house the door and everything, but my space here that I blocked out is 4 feet. So I was thinking I could cut into my bottom sill and push it back. That seems ridiculous because I need to fasten it to something, so I need to hook that framework into here, and that'll bring the tip of it out past this little framework. And so I think I'm just going to have to roll with it, let it come out wherever that is, throw a stud plumb so I can lock into that, and then frame my wall here and under this beam. And I'm giving myself a big thumbs up because I left all of these guys alone, so I can just frame up to them, cut, plumb, whatever that turns out to be, zip it back in wherever the door ends, and then however we want to finish this, that's how we'll do it. And it might look kind of nice because the ladder is going to be in this space. If it pulls out to about the end of that little wall so that you're climbing up in this area, that's for sure enough headspace to get up there and crawl in. Yeah, for sure. I've also seen these ladders that they're vertical here, and you kind of pull them up, and there's this, I don't know, some sort of fitment metal work where you pull them up and they engage and then come out and slide so you can get that angle. So it could sit vertical, like up against the wall, whatever it's going to be here. Boom, pop it out, use it. Still gives enough space for a couch or whatever in here. And then usable area you can get past the ladder to have like an end table or a coat rack or something like that. So I think it's going to work out, this little guy, but it's going to be a little artsy. Right, so clearly this guy's flopping around a little bit, but what it can be is shimmed up against these guys I just blocked out, so I can get that track perfectly level so my door is not sliding open or close on itself. And I can do that all the way under there. Here I doubled up this stud, and so I think I'm going to have that outer bit of this framework just follow this, because visually it's really easy to tell it's plumb, and you know that guy's on the money. So that'll give me a nice square, and I've got this guy measured out so I know it's straight, so I can follow that, and then I'll just square up the floor. And I'm kind of doing this backwards. You're supposed to put this in a rough fit and shim it out in there, but if I shim it out with the top and the far side's plumb, and then I frame into this end and frame my wall off of it to close it up, I think it's going to be pretty money. So this stud is perfectly plumb, but the wall had to do a little bit of shimming up top, and I'll shim it all the way down. And this guy's bolted, so she's plumb here. And then if I just throw this level in here, I've got one screw in the track, and she's shimmed. If I throw this in there and push all the way up to the stud right here, I can throw it a little bit out of level. It's on this far side, my right side. But if I bring it down, I'm just on the money level. So a little bit of shim work here and keeping tabs on my level. It's going to be perfect. So I have to say, I think I actually did this right. It's perfectly level, shimmed out, and I have no doubt in my mind that a door will sit there and not magically have a ghost open it or close it. Excellent. And the space is good, and I've been troubleshooting what to do with this edge because I'm proud of my last rafter for the loft. And check this out. This good fortune, maybe. If I have to nail this guy off into a 2x4. So some sort of support needs to be there. But if I cap that with just one, and then I run what will be my wall from here to there with 2x4s, I can bring them basically to a finished edge, just putting them up on this rafter, so it'll be like a nice square finish to this room. And I've already got my top plate essentially lined out. I'll just bring it to the floor and all the way across. The only thing is, when you open this door, there'll be like this little bit of wall sticking through here where you wouldn't see, but there's even enough space there. You could like trim it out so you don't see the side of your finishing wall or whatever. So I think I'm gonna roll with that. Dude, I'm like stoked about that. And that's gonna be a super good finish and not waste too much space into like my living area. So let's give that a shot. So here's where I'm at with the cascade of events where a pocket door was just a little too wide for what I had intended. It's actually super distributed, the weight, now, because I kind of made an impromptu header, which is just blocking between these rafters, but now I'm able to take these 2x4s. I've got these two just going to the floor, but I'll be able to tie them in here and here, and everything's screwed together. So it's actually a really good distribution of weight for the run of the loft. So right here to here is like 9 feet. 2x6s are good for 10, and it's not going to be supporting much. I mean, I walk around there on just a single joist, I guess, when I was framing the thing, and I'm hardly getting any flex even now that it's blocked and supported. It's going to be money. I didn't want to frame out any further and have my wall be like on this side, so I was trying to come up with what the heck I'm going to do. I want to keep this space as big as possible. This is just supposed to be a small little bathroom. So I took the end of this guy into a 2x6 actually, which I had laying around. So it looks nice and weathered, but super straight. And then threw in a 2x4 on the inside so I can run my wall all bolted into this rafter, the length. So it'll support it well, and it'll finish nice because the wall will just come up to the rafter, which is going to be exposed anyway, so that works out pretty slick. And the downside is I made my door a little bit smaller. I mean, it was a 2-foot tiny ass door anyway, but I fit in shoulder to shoulder with my elbows scraping if I'm being all cock diesel. Gotta love it. Already filling up the loft with junk. But how's this for a nice little spot to take a sit down? Framed in, 16 on center, pocket door, which I did just find. I thought it didn't come with it or something. The hardware, so I'll hang that up. No sense yet, seeing as it's not so private regardless, but there's a little composter. Sick. See what we're looking at the, yeah, could be worse. It's a beauty. Yeah, alright, I'm pretty stoked how it turned out. Just flooring with 2x6s. I think it looks good. This guy's all square. It's nailed in. It actually has a sill plate and top plate, and everything's tied together, so this is all supporting the joists that run this whole 14 foot or so span, and so this is less than 10 feet, which is perfect for code if that were a major concern, but it's safe. It's not going to flex and suck. Super stoked how this place is coming together, man. Nice little bathroom area. On the other corner, we got our sweet little wood stove. Everything's coming together. Let's see, it's about 4 o'clock. I think I'm gonna cut out early and go make dinner with the family. Cheers, everybody. What the hell is that? Is there like oil seeping out of these hills and I'm about to be rich? What is that? Well, if anyone's seen anything like that, let me know what it is. It's like red mud and green goo. Oh, that's crazy. Just having a nice little paddle up the river. Till next time.